One of the Googler has started discussing the how many rounds will be there and what's the duration, what's the pattern, what will be the expectations, and many of them. After that meet, I got a mail saying that these are the links you can refer that, where in that links the lead code Geeks for Geeks and binary search. There are many search websites where we can go through many DSA questions. In Google, all the on-site coding rounds should be ready with the production based code when you say that your code is ready. In Google, first 5 minutes are meant for yours and interviewers intro. Please don't extend it further, because if you extend it further, your coding time will be compressed. The Gainside interview experience saying that the questions are from uh, recursion and arrays, trees, and string based. Engineer at Gainside, which holds 13 LPA offer.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for such an amazing response to the previous videos. I am back again with yet another amazing video, and this video is going to be really very special because I have brought somebody who has recently shifted from a service based company to a product based company, and she during this process she has given the interviews of various companies, and we have discussed about all the experiences she had. So before starting today's video, I would like to introduce the guest for the day. She's Meenakshi. She's a 2020 graduate from a tier 3 college, and through college she grabbed a job at Tech Mahindra, but now she has tripled her package. Now it's 3 times her package at Tech Mahindra, and she is now currently at a company known as Gainsight as an associate software engineer. So we'll talk about her journey, how within the span of around 8 to 10 months she was able to get a job that was 3 times her initial package. So she gave the interview of Google as well, and she was rejected at the last managerial round. So we'll talk about what all things are important when we talk about Google's interview. But before that, if you haven't already liked, share, subscribe to this particular channel, go ahead and do that, because we're coming up with amazing content and amazing job opportunities. A lot of things are coming. Thank you so much for supporting a lot, and let's have a look at this conversation. Thank you so much, Meenakshi, for accepting the invitation. Hi, everyone. This is the episode in which we'll be going to discuss about the journey of Meenakshi. She has shifted from a service-based company to a product-based company, Gainsight. We'll talk about her experiences of what are the different skills required to switch from a service-based company to a product-based company. Her experience of interviewing with companies like Google, like Gainsight, and how she finally landed up the job. So we'll talk about each and everything in detail. But before that, let's just get some brief introduction about Meenakshi from Meenakshi.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Meenakshi. I graduated from KL University in 2020 from computer science, and I done 6 months internship during my final year in OpenText Hyderabad, where it's just an intern position, and I worked on manual testing there. And later, after my final year, I started a training at AccioJob, where I learned DSA and worked on some full stack projects. And recently, from 2 months back, I joined as an associate software engineer at SSNCS. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. So I've heard that you got a job at Tech Mahindra through your college. So what was your preparation at that time when you were hired by Tech Mahindra, and there was some your joining was delayed by Tech Mahindra. So I would like to know more about that particular experience.
I had been placed at Tech Mahindra during my final year of my graduation. In general, during my graduation, I was only well versed with C and Java basics, concepts, and not also in a good implementation of programming skills, but still only the basics of them. And in Tech Mahindra, I was offered for that role, and but still, though I had confirmed that I was offered for the position in Tech Mahindra, in 2020, due to this global pandemic, there are many such rumors saying that in Tech Mahindra, releasing the offer letters will be delayed due to this global pandemic. So I had waited for nearly 6 to 8 months to get offer letter, And also, after getting offer letter, I waited 5 to 6 months more to get a joining date.
Yeah, so like waiting for the offer letter, like getting the joining date delayed, so might be a lot of uncertainty in your mind, like what to do, what not to do. So like there is a lot of uncertainty in people who join such companies like service-based companies when you talk about TCS or Wipro or Tech Mahindra. So like once they get into the company, so there's always there in the mind that they wish to shift to a product based company. So what if we talk about the particular skill set that they required to shift into a product based company, maybe after an experience of 1 year or 6 months or 2 years? So what all skills are required to shift into a product based company?
Skill set required to switch from service based to product based company is not much tough, but still you're gonna concentrate more on problem solving skills. And also, in my view, in my path, I had concentrated more on DSA uh, and OOPS concepts, which had led me to switch from service to product in a smooth manner.
Okay. So basically, the similar kind of skill set that a fresher requires when he joins the product-based company, major focusing on problem-solving skills, data structures, algorithms, and maybe in some cases, what I have heard is they do require some system design knowledge, right? So throughout your interview experience, you mentioned the role of AccioJob. So would like to know more about what AccioJob is and like how it helped you prepare for your data structures algorithms. Also, I would like to mention AccioJob as a sponsor for this video and thank them for sponsoring this video. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, when I was waiting for an offer letter and joining date during the pandemic time, I got a mail from my college saying that AccioJob is a training institute. Please attempt this test. So I attempted that test, which consists of aptitude questions of duration 1 hour. And after that test, in a day or two, I got a result saying that I was cleared that test, and I gonna attempt to attend a session. So during that session, I came to know that AccioJob is a training institute in which first 1 week they're gonna provide a free session. So I thought of attending them. In those training sessions, I came to know that these may be beneficial to me. So after that free classes, I had gone through one more interview to be part of AccioJob first batch. So after that mm, interview as well, I cleared that interview and joined in AccioJob as a trainee, in which I learned DSA, and I was trained as a full stack developer there, in which they're gonna help us in implementing some of the projects. And also, I learned DSA more in AccioJob itself. In my graduation, I don't have any knowledge in DSA, but in AccioJob, I learned DSA topics, which helped me in holding 4 to 5 jobs now. In AccioJob, the whole training is divided into 3 parts, which the first 2 months are uh, on DSA, and second 2 months are in front end web development, and third part is full stack. So, in the first 2 months in an active job, I was able to learn more things in DSA, in which we had gone through many topics in DSA. It's like collections, hash maps, and many other, all the DSA topics and also OOPS concepts. And after 2 months of training itself, there are many students who had started being placed at some of the reputed organizations like Amazon and some other. AccioJob has 5 days live sessions, and also they'll be allocating set of students to certain mentors where you can possess the doubts for them, and also they're gonna have resume building sessions and everything process which you can lead a good technical job in today's world. Knowledge of DSA which I gained from AccioJob helped me in landing jobs in good product based companies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's super amazing to hear about AccioJob, what you did as a part of trainee. You were taught about DSA front end and back end. So those of you who wish to check out what AccioJob is, I'll put the link in the description below. You can go and check out about AccioJob and yeah. So that was pretty amazing conversation, and like we're talking about switching from service-based companies to product-based companies. At the end, like any last piece of advice that you would like to give to anybody who is thinking currently of switching into a good product-based company?
Yeah, sure, guys. The one who wanna switch from service to product, I would request 2 to 3 things that you should keep in mind. Firstly, your resume should be clean, concise, and clear. That after referring your resume, there should be a clear picture regarding you and your profile. So that is the first foremost thing. And the second thing is that you should be mentioning a good projects in your resume, which plays a major role in product based companies. And third thing is that in product based companies, they'll they'll be looking in certain scenarios that problem solving skills, web development skills, and coding or DSS skills.
So you were in the like position of uncertainty. Your joining was delayed, and you were applying for different companies, looking for more opportunities. So you applied to different companies, right? So what was that particular experience? And you also like you reached to the final round of Google interviews. So how was that experience? I would like to know more about like which all other opportunities you explored and how you explored them.
Yeah, actually, Google experience is a really smooth process. Which Google I applied for a new graduate university role, software engineer at Hyderabad location, where initially uh, my resume is sent to Google through a employee referral through AccuJob, and there. Uh, as we know that it's a first round, that is recruiter screening, my resume is selected for next process. And then nearly after referral, after 2 to 3 months later, I got a mail saying that my resume as shortlisted for next rounds. And then I got a Google Meet link saying to join there, so that I can know the Google process in detail. So it's just 5 minutes Google Meet meeting, where there are many people. I was joined there, and one of the Googler has started discussing the how many rounds will be there and what's the duration, what's the pattern, what will be the expectations, and many of them. After that meet, I got a mail saying that these are the links you can refer for that, where you can get a good knowledge, and also so that you can be well prepared for the interview, where in that links the lead code, Geeks for Geeks, and binary search, there are many search websites where we can go through many DSA questions and we will be well prepared through them. And later, after that round, I got a call from one of the Googlers saying that uh, let her know the availability from me to schedule the remaining rounds. uh, it's just a phone screening round, where that interviewer is a senior software engineer from the US branch, and it's a 45 minutes round. It's not regarding we should submit the production code directly, but still we should let the interviewer know our thinking capacity and how we are going to approach that problem, and how we're going to find that solution. So through that, it's a 45 minutes round. And firstly, interviewer asked me one question, followed by second question, and it's total of DSA hash maps related question. And after that round has finished, the next day itself, I got a mail saying uh, I was cleared through that round, and my application is moved further. And after that, I got again a call from the Googler saying that let us know your availability for the next 5 rounds, because after phone screening round, Google is going to have 5 rounds, where four are coding rounds and one is Google Nest round. I got a call from the Googler saying, asking me the availability for the remaining rounds, that are on-site rounds, which are all the 5 rounds are in online, in which 4 rounds are coding rounds and one is Google Nest round. And then I said that, and also I came to know at that time that all those 5 rounds should be completed within 5 to 6 days gap itself, because they need to complete, they need to move my application further. So, and also I asked the Googler 2 weeks of time to prepare for the interview, and she said okay. So I thought for preparing that Google interview well. So I had gone through nearly 3 to 400 questions from Lead Code and Geeks for Geeks in most of the every DSC topics. And then later I got a call from Googler saying, 3 rounds from those 5 on-site rounds should be scheduled on a single day, and the remaining 2 rounds are to be scheduled on some other day, in the interim of 3 to 4 days gap.
Okay.
And then these 3 round the initial 3 rounds are 1 hour rounds, and in which each round is deferred by 15 to 20 minutes gap. That's it. So, as we know, the first 3 rounds are DSA rounds. In the first round, they had asked me the question regarding the lists, uh, based on the lists. As the question seems to be simple, but it's more complex when we step into that. Uh, in that question, the space complexity and time complexity plays a major role. Yeah, it's a one hour round. And after 15 minutes, the second round has started with some other interviewer. Maybe he's from Maharashtra. And then it's a in this round I had thrown for a tree based question, in which first 5 minutes is interviewer self intro, and then after my self intro, and later 5 minutes is question discussion, and then we need to code for the given problem. In Google interview, in Google interview, there will be one question and follow up question, or else two independent questions.
Okay.
And then at last 5 minutes will be the questions that you need to throw for interviewer in general, like what's the Google culture and all. So in last 5 minutes you don't have any permission or any access to the code. So you will have only 45 minutes to code. After second round, uh, meanwhile, in the 15 minutes gap, the round 3 also started. And in the round 3, I again thrown for a tree based question. Was able to give a production based code. And the first, all in Google, all the on site coding rounds should be ready with the production based code. When you say that your code is ready, it means it should be bug free, it should be ready for production, and it should be more of, it's like a execution. It should be able to pass all the test cases, and mainly you should build all the border test cases as well.
Okay.
And on the same day itself, at the end of the day, I got a call from Googler saying you had cleared all these 3 rounds. And as that day is Friday, my remaining 2 rounds are scheduled on Monday. So on Monday, I had one more coding round and also the remaining Google Nest round. In round four coding round, I had thrown for a file-based question where we need to write code depending upon hash maps, hash sets, and file-based question. And later, I had a Google Nest round where uh, it's not like a HR round, but still we need to Google Nest round is a bar raiser round where you should prove yourself that how your presence will affect the Google environment. So you should be able to explain your presence, which should be more compatible with other Googlers. So you should represent yourself first. And and after this round, in a gap of 1 week, I had a schedule meet with the Googler, in which I came to know that I was not qualified further. I was not offered for the role. But still, I would suggest you guys that in Google, first 5 minutes are meant for yours and interviewers intro. Please don't extend it further, because if you extend it further, your coding time will be compressed, through which you cannot make it possible by ready with your production code. So please utilize this time. Please don't waste your time in intros or something else. The coding rounds are meant for only production based codes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I hope like
And
people have got some really good insights into what the entire process of getting a software engineering role at Google is. Like you have to go through five entire rounds, out of which four are coding rounds and one is a Googliness round. So you're not able to make up with Google, but you applied for various other companies and you finally landed up a job at Gainsight, right? So when you talk about this particular job at Gainsight, so what were the process? What was the process of Gainsight? I would like to know more about the interview experience at Gainsight, number of rounds, and like what were some of the important things that you were asked.
Yeah, I was referred to Gainsight through sharing my CV to Gainsight through AccuJob, and there are 5 rounds in which the initial round is an assessment where there are 16 MCQs and 4 programming questions. Among those 4, I had solved only 2, but surprisingly, I was moved to second round, and there it's a technical round where it is of 1 hour, but in these 5 rounds, second, third, and fourth, all these 3 rounds are DSA based. That is only we need to code. Those are coding rounds. Where in second round, as it is 1 hour round, there are given me 3 questions in which 2 questions are medium level DSA questions and one is hard level in on lead code.
Okay.
And in round two, as it is a technical round discussion and also it's a 1 hour, I was thrown for 3 DSA questions in which 2 are medium level and one is hard in lead code. Uh, Actually, you can crack the Gainsight if you are familiar with most of the questions in Geeks for Geeks and lead code. And in round two, I was solved all those 3 questions of DSA, and later I was moved to round three, which are similar 1 hour. I asked to write 2 DSA questions, which are medium to hard level, but I was able to do them. So I was moved to next round, that is hiring manager round, in which I was asked about my previous projects and cross questions on my projects, and then gave a simple coding question, and I implemented that. Later the next day, and I was moved to final round, HR round, and that round is not an interview round, but still it's a discussion regarding how the company works, the company culture, and the company facilities, benefits, and etc etc. And I was asked few 2 to 3 HR questions, and in that round itself, I came to know that they are ready to offer me the they are ready to offer the role that which I applied for. So I would conclude the Gainsight interview experience saying that the questions are from recursion and arrays, trees, and string based. So if you are familiar, not I was not able to fix these topics, but still, if you are familiar with these topics, you are gonna definitely crack the Gainsight interview. I applied for associate software engineer at Gainsight, which holds 13 LPA offer.
Oh, thank you so much, Meenakshi, for giving out time and coming here and sharing your experience. I hope this experience will help a lot of people who are thinking of shifting from a service-based company to a product-based company. Thank you so much once again.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, Yash. Thank you so much.
I hope you enjoyed watching the video and you got some really cool insights into how to shift from a service-based company to a product-based company, and that too at a package that is 3 times from your current package. So it was really very inspirational how Meenakshi, she started from tier 3 college, got into Tech Mahindra and came up with a very good offer that is close to 13 lakhs per annum. So I'll be bringing up more people, more inspirational stories, a lot of things are coming up. So stay tuned with me. Thank you so much. All the best. Good luck. Bye-bye.